Yezo, we're back. Season 2, Community Exchange. I'm with the one and only RH Certified, man.
Yo, yo, yo. Happy to be here, brother.
Man, thanks, man. I've been hearing a lot of good things about you. And it's the first time we actually meeting, face to face, well, actually talking,
Right,
you know.
right.
But to the ones that don't know you, just give them a little brief history about you.
Well, RA certified. I rep Uptown, Germantown, Somerville, be precise. I'm a hip hop artist, actor, director. I'm kind of like all the above. Like I wear like a lot of hats. I'm just out here, trying to make it happen.
What was funny was I didn't even know what they call you, an artist or a
Right.
rapper, because I see you do a lot.
Right.
With entertainment in general, like what made you even get into that?
I always been like in the arts, like that always been like my strong suit. Like
Hmm.
even like coming up through like grade school or whatever. Like it's kind of hard to keep my attention on any of the other shit, but
Hmm.
the art always like kind of grabbed me in. Like I did like little camps and all that little stuff coming up. I did the yearbook for my school, little shirts and stuff. So I always been in the arts, and I think like once I found hip hop, like I just I adopted that and I really like went with the rap shit like forever, like since like 16, like 13, 14 years old. Like so I've been rapping forever, but as we kept going along, just seeing different things I could create or whatever, we bought a camera and I just took that to another level or whatever.
Rapping at 16, 14 in Uptown, that's a tough shit to do. That's
Oh
that's
yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up in Uptown, like, how is it? I wouldn't say how it was different, but what made you continue to go and keep going when it's a lot of hot niggas in Uptown?
I think that's what it is. Like once like being a competitor, you know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? It's like you don't really know how good you are until you test it. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? So coming up, like like you said, I mean, we talking about the Vox, the Cheeks,
Yeah.
the Willie Major, Bruno Brown, like it goes the Reek Lennon, it goes on forever. Like you know
Right.
what I mean? So just to stand out and to be like, noticed as like one of the front runners or whatever, that just made me keep going. You know what I mean? Like that kept my pen going. Like
I'm originally from 66, like 66 Ogun.
hmm
And when I moved to like Shelton Ave, everybody call it East Side, Somerville.
hmm
First thing I used to see a lot, just walking around, was Danger Zone.
right,
I never knew what it was. I used to be like, yo, what is Danger Zone? I seen a man. I'm like,
right,
still don't know. All I know is the certain people I knew, and just the atmosphere. Some people from Price Street,
hmm
but that Danger Zone was just all. I could walk all the way to like Ardley. It
hmm
was just everyone around it.
right.
Like that's your group, correct?
Yeah, that's the movement.
Hmm.
Coming up, we went by Dangerous Villains. Anybody
Okay.
that know me from like a buck or whatever, they know we had
Hmm.
like a little movement. We was just running wild, like a bunch
Uh-huh.
of young boys. We had like the Pokemons on our dicky jackets and shit, and we went by like Dangerous Villains. So once we like discovered the music and the movies and
Hmm.
everything we got going on now, we wanted to like not go too far away from that. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So we just said, all right, let's just call it Danger Zone. And the decent thing about that is we did Danger Zone, and then damn, I ain't want to stumble on that. But the hip hop Tough Crew,
Okay.
Tough Crew, they called their album Danger Zone like back in the early '90s or whatever. So when we came out with the Danger Zone thing and we running around doing the showcases and shit, it kind of was like a Tough Crew was like, hey, they took our name, like you know what I mean. But then once they seen that like I'm really for this hip hop shit, you
Hmm.
know what I mean. Once they got to like really see me perform, they open arms, welcome me with open arms. So shout out Tough Crew, all of them, you know what I mean, for holding us down, you know what I mean.
With the longevity that you have with rap, see, with people in hip hop, with longevity that makes you keep going, I always feel as though accomplishments that you have.
hmm
What are certain things that you look back on, or when you first did it? Like if you met somebody that was in the game, or you opened up for somebody
hmm
that you was just like, damn, I gotta keep going.
Oh man, sheesh, it's countless times, bro. To be honest with you, every time I'm at like a dead spot, like where it's though nothing going on, when I
Hmm.
feel like nothing going on, my phone not ringing enough, my emails not popping enough, that's when something just miraculously just come. I got the invite to the four. DJ Colin and they flew me out LA like early last year. That shit came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I didn't inquire about that or nothing. It just was kind of like a DM, and can you send us some stuff? We want to send you. So like stuff just happens sometimes.
The great thing that I realized just even just being in music and just like in business, it ain't really who you know, is who know you. See how you said you wasn't even looking, but they knew who you was. They seen the work, and sometimes, like I tell everyone, you don't have to care or be disappointed if someone doesn't like your status or watch. I mean, not watch, but just comment on what you do, because people are watching. And it may be somebody that really watches and really know who you are and is going to put you out there. So can always try to continue to grind and do your work.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like I wouldn't go against that at all. Like that's for sure. Like even getting on the Cosmic Kev come up. Like I got niggas that think I paid to get on that joint.
Yeah, because in business right now, like in music, a lot of people is paying for views. A lot of people is paying for, just likes, streams. They're paying for followers. So to get somebody organic to be like, yo, I like him, I want him up there. Right. It's a different thing. I mean, you can look at freestyle and be like, yo, this dude, how he get up there? Exactly. So it's a market. It's sometimes a marketing. Sometimes marketing and hard work, they try to put it hand in hand, but people see the grind that you're doing. So I gotta commend you on that and everything. The acting and everything. I don't even want to know how you got into that, but what made you even be like, yo, I'm about to really do it?
It was a little bit of everything, kind of. Shout out Lucinda Trotter. Lucinda Trotter kind of told me, you should try it. Like, you know what I mean? She kind of told me you should try it. So I went out for a couple casting calls, and I actually didn't get the jobs. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, no, we got somebody else. But I wanted to keep going with it, so I created, my own thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's when we started Shysters, kind of. Like, I kind of got... And shout out Micah Nelson. Micah Nelson put me in my first film, Last Shot. It never really went past the production stages, but just to be on a set and be paid to be an actor and to have co-stars or whatever that's like in that world or whatever, that's kind of where I was like, you know what, I like this. Like, you know what I mean? I really want to try this. So we did the Shysters thing, and then once I did that character on Shysters, it just was like I was getting casting calls and I was getting all types of So do it yourself. Do it yourself. Like, you see what I'm saying? You sit around, you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. You're going to continue waiting. I did that shit myself, and then they start calling.
So, difference between the preparation, I would say, from rapping to acting, what is the biggest difference you got in it?
Rapping, you up there by yourself. Like, when you're a solo artist like me, you know what I mean? So, rapping... You up there by yourself, you know what I'm saying? You're writing the music by yourself. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a you against the world type thing with the rapping.
Well, I mean, more so like, let's say the cadence of how you prepare to perform. I mean, not even just rap, just to perform. Because they both are performances. Yeah. But it's like more so, just like you on stage, you don't want to fumble. How is it the same preparation, or is because the memorizing and
I would think so. I think I kind of I jumped in acting and was able to do it so well. It's because I can memorize lyrics. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the best vision, so reading anything is not a good thing for me. You know what I mean? So I kind of program my mind to memorize certain things, and then the rest is just character. You just go out there and just make it believable.
I'm gonna play one of your videos that I like. And after that, I'm gonna talk about some of the things that you do got going on. Album you just put out, recently, and more that you got working on and you about to drop. So we'll be back after that.
Let's go.
I never let these chips come between my dick. I never hate, you gon' see us rich. I never let another nigga take my shit. When his own come out, better cuff your bitch.
I never ever let these niggas get up in my business. Cause these niggas get the talent, called the business, be the witness.
I never let these chips come between my dick. I never hate, you gon' see us rich. I never let another nigga take my shit. When his own come out, better cuff your bitch.
I never ever let these niggas get up in my business. Cause these niggas get the talent, called the business, be the witness. I ain't never really had shit, nothing. I ain't never ever ran from no one. I be damned if I fear another man. I ain't never been scared, got to kill me, nigga. I ain't never been a bitch, nigga. Only bitch in my clique when your bitch with us. She be running around town sucking dick, nigga. And I ain't never spit a dime, not a cent, nigga. Certified cause I never lie. I tell the truth even when I lie. I used to bag up 2 for 5 just to stay fresh. It's a goddamn shame niggas never fly. If they fly, then I'm butterfly. I'm like a 12-7 zone plus number 5. High as hell, chocolate Dutchess pound that loud. We be smoking like that shit gon' go out of style. Danger zone, the hottest out. Fuck they talking about. On track of Merrick, bout my dollars like I'm Rip Carlisle. You know my style too versatile, too hard to figure out. Them fools confuse the alligators with the crocodile.
I never let these chips come between my dick. I never hate, you gon' see us rich. I never let another nigga take my shit. When his own come out, better cuff your bitch.
I never ever let these niggas get up in my business. Cause these niggas get the talent, called the business, be the witness.
I never let these chips come between my dick. I never hate, you gon' see us rich. I never let another nigga take my shit. When his own come out, better cuff your bitch.
I never ever let these niggas get up in my business. Cause these niggas get the talent, called the business, be the witness.
It's time to put my team on the map. Every day we go hard, I never fall back. Hang it up for these niggas, I never call back. I am tougher than them, I'm never gon' slack. This the zone, about to get that tat. Smoking on something from a brand new batch. I never tell a nigga where I got this at. Do it your way, I will never break my neck or break my set. I love what I rap, they love what I'm doing. I never hold back, give me one chance, I will never turn that back. There's some doors gon' open like a phantom. I will never be a flop, won't can hum. I'm a villain nigga, never will I stand in. Stand out to you niggas since back when. Back then I was like 16 trapping. I took another lane with this rapping. Now all of these hoes want action. I never thought it'd be this fast, and now we in the fashion, they just on madness. And these bastards waiting on my downfall. I would never understand hating. Just be patient and keep praying. Without y'all, I never reach greatness. I never let these chips come between my dick. I never hate, you gon' see us rich. I never let another nigga take my shit. When his own come out, better cuff your bitch.
I never ever let these niggas get up in my business. Cause these niggas get the talent, called the business, be the witness.
I never let these chips come between my dick. I never hate, you gon' see us rich. I never let another nigga take my shit. When his own come out, better cuff your bitch.
I never ever let these niggas get up in my business. Cause these niggas get the talent, called the business, be the witness.
Moolah Maverick Beats.
Yeah, watching your page and all of that, and I seen you had a movie. You know, I think it's called Color of Freedom.
Yeah.
It's probably either old. I seen it like, you know, just to look. You know, I'm like I try to be like an editor now, like, you know, a reporter trying to find out info. So research and things like that. So a topic like that, you know, how even that creation even came up,
Right.
You know, so what made you just sit there and be like, yo, this is what I want to do?
All right, so I'm one of them people that no matter where I go, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter where I go, I have to capitalize. Like sitting here with y'all right now, I'm working. I'm looking around. I'm like, damn, how can I utilize them? Like, you know what I mean? What can I do with this? Like, you know what I mean? What they got going on. I see the screenshot thing. I mean, the print. I see everything y'all got going on. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's just how my mind works. So what happened is my family lived down North Carolina. So we go down North Carolina. I take my family down. I take my girl and my kids down there every year, every summer. So we go down there, and I'm like, this North Carolina. Like, you know what I mean? Where was the slaves at? It's just something I just thought about. You know what I'm saying? So I jumped on Google. I was like, where's the slave plantations at down this joint? I found a place, I can't remember the name of it right now. Shawnees, I want to say. I found the plantation. I told my mom, I said, yo, mom, they got this plantation no more than 15 minutes away, and they do free tours. She's like, how the hell you find that? Like, you know what I mean? She down there for 10 years now. She's like, I ain't even think of that. Like, you know what I mean? So we go do the tour. The lady showing us through it, I was mind blown. Like, we see the films, we see all that shit, but I got to touch it. You know what I mean? I got to really see the bed and everything. Like, you know what I mean? She was explaining everything to us. Like, and the perception, like, of us seeing slaves or whatever, it's like we always see, like, a white slave owner with, like, thousands of slaves or, like, 150 slaves on a plantation. But the way they broke it down to us was it's not like that, really. Like, slaves is property. So it's hard to find somebody with 100 cars. You see what I'm saying? So slaves is more so like that's your property. So you'll buy 2 slaves, a male and a female, they'll have kids, and then that'll keep going. You know what I mean? And they'll have them, that family, they'll own them for whatever, 200-300 years or whatever, and just keep generations. So when I seen that and they explained that to me, I was like, I can make that happen. You know what I mean? I don't need a big cast. You know what I mean? That's what that said to me. Like, all I need is a slave owner and a couple serious people to please slaves, and I can get that story out. So that was the basis of it. Now the story, far as what it was about, the house nigga and the field nigga and all that stuff. I mean, just me being light skinned, I gotta find roles that's fitting. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I said, all right, we're going to do this house nigga shit, and we going, and it did good. It did good. We got in the newspaper with it. We actually capitalized off that and did a play. We did 3 plays during Black History Month last year. And then we sent the film off to a couple film festivals, and it's still working. It's still working its ways. So, and shout out my own partner, Kareem Shaw. We sit down and we write all this shit together. Like,
that's good. That's good. With the writing, the script. Like I said, I guess it works hand in hand with just writing raps and the script. Once you have a story,
just going into your imagination.
Yeah. That's a good thing. What do you got working on right now?
Right now, the main thing I got going on right now, we've been shooting for the past 4 months. We've been shooting a sitcom. It's called Yo Bro. Now, 25-minute episodes. I'm already 3-4 episodes done. So I want to drop the first episode January. I want to start the year off fresh with some fresh stuff. And it's kind of like I just sat there and I watched Martin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air until my eyes couldn't take no more. And I want to give us that. You know what I mean? I want to, we got sitcoms, Blackish and all them different things, but they're not on what we came up on. You know what I mean? I want that jinky, stupid,
funny.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's good. So what I did is with the sitcom, with the web series Shysters we had, I kind of just did a spinoff. I took like the main 2 characters, which is Bruce and Chris, and took them out of that element because they was like on some street stuff kind of, and I put them into like a, the everyday working man element. They have an apartment, they share an apartment, they going through like different relationship stuff with their exes. And yeah, they're gonna love it. Like, y'all gonna love it. So we're gonna drop that early January, first episode.
Do you see the motivation with like people you grow up with, then they see you doing certain things, they like, yo, I want to do it. Like, or can you work? Can you help me? Because certain times, not to say people get discouraged or even having dreams like that, they don't think it can become reality.
Right.
But to see you do it, and it's like, yo, I'm with you.
I think the biggest thing is what people mess up at, because we all get discouraged. I probably get discouraged more than anybody, because I get to the top of the mountain and then nothing happens. Right. You see what I'm saying? So I get discouraged all the time. But what it is balance. People fall off a track and get the most discouraged because of balance. Like, I hear it a lot. I gotta go do this for my girl. Oh man, my kids. Yeah. I'm doing overtime at work tonight. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But little do they know is all them things we all going through. Like, you know what I mean? I juggle all that shit. Like, you told me 4 o'clock today. I said, man, bro, they ain't gonna work. Maybe 7. I got other, you know what I mean? We got life. We got other things. I got children. I have a girl. I have a job. I have all these different things. So it's all about balance. But I couldn't say, damn, bro, I'm not gonna be able to do it because I got all this other stuff going on. that's not acceptable to me. You know what I mean? And I get that a lot. I get people say, damn, bro, put me on the show, put me on the movie, put me on a rap concert. And then you can't make it. Or you can make it, but then you gotta dip real quick. Or you can't make it to the next one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or in the movie thing, what people don't realize is everybody wants to act, everybody wants to do this, but it might be as simple as I need you to have that shirt on again for the next shot. And then now tomorrow comes and you, bro, I don't know where that shirt at. Can I just do it with this one on? No.
Messed up.
You see what I'm saying? Just fucked up the whole thing. Or even more, you can't make it today. But the person you're acting with is ready, and she's ready to go, and it's the sex scene day, and she done prepped herself for this shit all week, and then you can't make it.
I gotta tell everyone, man, you can get anything back. Money, clothes, women, cars, jewelry, but you can't get no time back. So the time is very precious, and with what you want, with life is too short, and time is everything. That means you should always be prepared to use your time wisely with things you want to do and achieve. So that's great that you said that, because for real, like you said, you gotta balance it away that everybody and yourself. Well, not say everybody. You can please yourself at the end. At the end.
I always say it, and it might sound selfish to a person that won't understand it, but if I'm not happy, how the hell can anybody else be happy? You know what I mean? Like, and that's including my girl, my kids, my mom, my whoever. If I'm not at a good space, how can I put out that energy to make sure they're in a good space?
That's not stuff. That's real rap, and that's the reason why some success will come to you and won't come to anyone else, because the mentality of doing for yourself and being successful at it elevates other people around you. Right. So when they don't know that, and because a lot of people feel as though they just are here to just provide, not even for themselves, but for others. Right. And that messes you up. Now you lose. You become a slave to the production that you do, and becoming a leader. So people, y'all gotta change your mindset. The only way to succeed is to change that subconscious mind.
Yeah. Right.
That subconscious mind gotta change, and for you to be better.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Like I said, you got those. You got the acting now. You got a couple music. Are you doing any production just like in general, or you just act? You more with the acting as well?
I mean, I'm more so like, it's a lot. It's really a lot. Like, we also produce our own clothing line, the masks, the shirts and stuff. All that shit is hands on. You know what I mean? So we do a lot of that stuff. But I jump into other people's programs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it is a lot of other stuff. Like, I will do behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I will like take a step back and kind of like just produce. You know what I mean? Kind of help people get their things off the ground. But like I said, everybody just not dedicated like they will want to be.
Right. Another video that you got, I'm gonna play. Okay. And I'm gonna go on and talk about a little bit some of the raps that I like of yours, and we come back.
Yo.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh.
I need you to stick together at all times.
You think I'll go through the same stuff you go through back there?
Remember that you're brothers.
Go through the same stuff I go through back there? You don't know what I go through back there.
I'm not going to always be here to protect you.
Wait. Come on. Come on.
Okay?
Around this time tomorrow, we should be free men. What we running away for anyway? You think I asked for these fancy clothes and these fancy shoes? So you think Master care about you? You live in that big old house, life is okay?
So how far you think they gonna get?
Them boys ain't get nowhere far. Them boys ain't get nowhere far. What about supper? Put it down. Oh no. Have you picked so much cotton that your hand hurt for weeks? Have you? We won't let the day in the field.
Oh, don't nobody know nothing?
Sure that's the way they went? Yeah, boss. Them boys headed towards the Underground Railroad. It's not about who lives in the house. It's not about who does the most work. It's not about the color of our skin.
Mommy, do you think we're gonna be free?
It's about the color of freedom, Cecil.
Music in general.
Right.
Yeah, I can't put you in a genre. I can't put you like, this is already certified. This is what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard your music. You can go from very conscious to talking was real, and and if you gotta go hard as now, you can.
Right.
Do you think it's more so of you just talk life experience? Because being real with yourself in life, we all go through all of that, and you just feel it. It's just you don't try to stay in one lane. You just be like, whatever my mind says, I go.
You got it. You just answered it. It's really, I'm a Locks fan. I grew up listening to the Locks. Like, that's probably the first album I grabbed. And really what grabbed my attention was the name of the group, Living Off Experience. You see what I'm saying? So everything I rap, it's kind of hard to find a bogus ass rap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's all real. It's what I'm going through. Like, I always say, like, my best shit comes when I'm mad, when I'm upset. Like, if I'm having an argument with somebody, if I had just had a physical fight or whatever, it's gonna drive me to my pen. Like, it's just, and I have to talk about it. You know what I mean? I have to put it out there. And yeah, it's very real. I think everything I do is real. Like, everything I write is really real. And sometimes people won't, because the trend and the stigma of what music is today, you know what I mean? You want just a bounce real quick and a bob real quick, but that ain't me, you know what I mean? I want to give life lessons, and I want that person that's kind of going through the same shit I'm going through to feel like, oh, it ain't just me, you know what I'm saying? If you going to a 9 to 5 and you working a job, ain't shit wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? So I want to make raps for that person, you know what I mean? I want to make raps for the person that's sitting there debating if he want to marry his girl or not. We don't hear that shit, you know what I'm saying? All we hear is turn up, throw a couple dollars at the bitch. Like, that's all we hear. So I want to, like, be that one that, like, people like, damn, yo, I'm really going through this today. He just said it. He just put it all in perspective. I want to smack the shit out of my boss at work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all in there. Like, it's all in there. So I think that's the difference between me and, like, what everybody else is doing. Like, I'm not trying to impress nobody. I'm just trying to give my truth. You either like it or you don't.
And in 5 years, I always ask this question just to see where people's heads at. In 5 years, just in general, how you see life and how you want it to be, where do you see yourself?
5 years? Oh, man. That's such a short period of time.
That's why it should always click. Like,
5 years? Just probably doing the same thing I'm doing right now with a couple more hours.
Right.
Cause the grind don't stop. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's never over. Like, so even if I do get put in a good situation in the next week or so, that shit won't carry me for the next 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I'll still be a workaholic. Like, you know what I mean? I'll still be trying to find the next thing to be a part of or to create.
With that, I always had the philosophy, like, niggas, only time, like, niggas don't love nothing but stuff they create. And I always say, like, you'll die for your kids because you created them. You'll die for your art because you created. But what gives you, like, the drive? Is it because of their creation, or is more so like, you know, to keep going is like it has to have something to make you want to.
And it's
What
different.
pushes you?
It's different. It's different steps. It's different like checkpoints. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I said, recognition is everything. You know what I mean? So when someone, a stranger, you know what I mean? When I'm pumping my gas and somebody staring at me, grilling me, and I'm kind of like, yo, what's up? And they like, my bad, bro, you RA certified? And then they come and they give me all of that. Yo, bro, I'm inspired by you. That's what do it for me. Like, I think that does it for me more than anything. Like, once I'm outside the city, or like you said, I'm driving somewhere and I see somebody rocking this and I don't even know where the fuck they got it from. You see what I'm saying? That's what does it to me. That's how I'm like, all right, I know I'm on the right path and only I can fuck this up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the recognition. I think the recognition is the number one thing. Even recognition from my kids. Like, like they're in school and daycares now where I walk through the door, the kids know me. You see what I'm saying? They're like, oh, that's the guy that played Joker on that film. And, you know, and my daughter's like, Dad, my friends always say you do this, or my friend mom knows you. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what keeps me going.
That's a great feeling, you know, especially when your kids see that you're doing something positive and make it seem everything is possible.
And they the next best thing, too. Let me just throw that out there right now. Like, my son 5, and he is fire. He's fire. And my daughter, she sits around and she watches me edit and do a lot of things with the film. My daughter's on the film, the slave film, the little girl on there getting her hair done. Yeah. That was my daughter. She's on Yo Bro. She has a current, like a good role on there. She kind of got like the Roscoe role. So, like,
you molding to be entrepreneurs. Quick.
And it ain't Joe Jackson. You know what I mean? I ain't had to beat it in them. They kind of like it, you know. So I like that.
With this, you know, this season 2, you know, I'm gonna try something different now. You know, I got my little new toy now, this Google thing. You know, people gonna want to hear you spit something. Right. You know. So I'm gonna see if it works right.
Okay, whatever this one is, we wanna do this one. There we go. Let me take you through the city where I come from. Good parts and the bad ones, the great arts and the dark slums. Where I'm from, you gotta boss up. We rep the Eagles, steady watching for the vultures. Right, it seems brotherly love to our company, but amongst each other we fight like sibling rivalry. I'm from the town where they made Greed and Rocky, but before that, Joe Frazier dropped Ali. From everywhere you look around, good music fam. Meek Mills, The Roots, and Patti LaBelle. Frankie Beverly and Maze, the Stylistics. Beanie Siegel, Boys the Men, Jill, Will, and Kendrick. Probably catch me downtown taking care of business. Usually I'm uptown, somewhere in the trenches. Shout out my North niggas, Southwest niggas, Northeast, SP, Frankfurt, and Kensington. We militant, all we want to do is win. Like AI in this prime going for the chip. Every time I'm in the joint, you know I kill the joint. I'm with my Philly joint, riding around the city drone.
Alright. Oh man, you know, I ain't even gonna lie, man.
Something light. That's the Philly for life. Go check that out. We shooting a video for that right now. We going through the whole city. We need cameos and all that, so I'll be through. Holla at y'all.
You gotta give me a cameo. You know, I'm trying to do cameos in everybody's videos.
Right.
But no, man, you know, it was great to have you on the show, man. Whenever you drop this little, Yo Bro, I need to see you. You gotta let me know. Sure. Let the people know your little, your Instagram.
RA certified on everything. RA certified on everything. My real name Terrell Elias, because you know I'm jumping in on that director stuff. So you type in Terrell Elias, you'll see a different, you know, you'll see other things other than the rap shit. So yeah, and shout out the whole team, Danger Zone. Shout out Uptown Spizzo, Kareem Shaw, Los Lansky, Uptown Tiger, everybody. Shout out everybody we conversated about earlier. Rick Lennon, you know, for the oop.
Spud. You know, who else? So many people.
A bunch of you know, elite people.
Oh, D, my man D, can't forget D.
And D, you know, D used to wreck.
I know. Yeah, D money.
Yeah, D used to wreck. So tough long.
Yeah.
So shout out everybody, yo. That's love, and shout out everybody rocking with me. You know, we gonna take this shit to the top, man, and beyond.
That's what I'm talking about, man. It was Nostra. Got my man already certified, man, and we out of here, man.
Salute.
What up? You know it is your boy Styles P. You know what I mean? And you are now tuned into the best podcast running to date. Just Press Play Community Exchange, hosted by my boy, Lenny Nostra, you not popping if you not watching. And remember, Ghost told you so. LOXD Block and Just Press Play Community Exchange is the podcast to be checking out. Yeah, stay blessed. Love is love. Ghost.